What's up, everybody? Welcome into the CBS Sports College Basketball Channel. I'm your host today, Adam Finkelstein, and we have yet another exciting day of commitments. We've got two different ones on tap for you today. The first one, Oak Hill Academy's Ethan Mgbako, coming off a big season for the Team Mello EYBL program, has been a proven prospect since he was much younger. Get a look at the kind of big wing jumbo guard, if you will, standing very close to 6'7", has a great mid-range game. You see the midi there, really excels at being able to score over top of smaller defenders, but has expanded his guard skill set in recent years. We've seen him start to initiate offense. We've seen the extension of his shooting range. You see that deep three. Here's another one. And so we're starting to see now a player who is a multi-dimensional scoring threat, can initiate offense, can be a big scorer on the wing. Four-star national prospect, just cracked the top 75. And the small forward spot is by far the deepest position in this national class of 2026. Having made the move to Oak Hill Academy, he's a top 3 prospect in the state of Virginia. As we said, he is over 6'6" and a prospect who just made a big jump in the recent ranking update. Let's take a look at some of his finalists heading into today's big announcement. It's down to 5 schools. He's got the Georgetown Hoyas, the LSU Tigers, the Pittsburgh Panthers, the Texas A&M Aggies, and the Vanderbilt Commodores. Now, without further ado, we are going to head out to Oak Hill Academy and welcome in Ethan to the broadcast. What's up, Ethan?
What's up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, and you?
I'm doing great as well. Thank you so much for joining us here today. First of all, let's start with where you're at today and who you are with.
I'm with the one and only Oak Hill Warriors right behind me. My team, I got my squad behind me, and we're in the gymnasium where it all started for me.
All right, the legendary gym at Oak Hill Academy. Obviously, your first season with that storied program. Ethan, this has been a long recruiting process. I know your brother went through the same thing. Take me back a little bit, and just what have the last few years been like for you and your family?
Very eventful. My brother being a 5-star commute, really highly touted, 5-star McDonald's All-American. So it really all started for me my freshman year. I was just behind the shadow, and I wanted to change that and make my own waves. And so that's why I made the decision to come to Oak Hill and made the decision to play against the top talents, and also went to Team Mello. And I just started continuing to playing hoop, and I just showed that I belong and that I'm not Mackenzie's little brother, that I'm Ethan Mgbako.
No, you are certainly not Mackenzie's younger brother. You also have a different game, I think, as well, but we'll get into more of that later. Ethan, before we get to the commitment, because I know that's what everybody is here for, I want to give you an opportunity to thank anyone who has helped you get to this point in the process.
I just want to thank my family, starting from my parents and my siblings, especially my brother. I want to thank my team, Coach Zito, all the coaching staff, and all the coaches that were here before me and guided me, and everybody that put their input and helped me throughout my game. And really my family, my biggest support system, even my girlfriend, everybody's helped me throughout it all, and I really appreciate all of it.
Ethan, I'm telling you, the young guy behind you, you're going to have to talk to him later. He didn't like the girlfriend shout-out. You're going to have to scold that young pup later. Just, we gotta get on that. But now the moment is here. You're down to 5 finalists. Where are you going to be playing your college basketball?
It was a long decision. Really thought about it with my family, but I think at it all, this school really stood out to me the most. It felt home once I stepped on campus. Great academically and just great athletics. And I feel like outside of basketball, I'm going to achieve so many more things just with my personality and just who I am. And just with that being said, for the next 4 years, I'll be attending Vanderbilt.
All right, very cool. You see the team's reaction there, and a huge pickup for Vanderbilt. Ethan, I have a quick question for you. Ethan, you now become the highest ranked prospect to commit to Vanderbilt since they got Darius Garland and Simi Shitu. Do you realize that?
I do. I do.
All right. So huge news, obviously, for the Commodores. Tell us, why did you decide that Vanderbilt was the place for you?
I
Vanderbilt.
chose
Yeah.
I chose Vanderbilt because it offers an amazing top tier academics and a high level of basketball. And it's a place where I see myself that I can grow for the next 4 years and the next months that I'm going to be there once I step foot on campus. And Tennessee just felt like home to me. Coach X and Coach B, they made me feel at home, and I love what they said. And it was just a great experience from once I got there to when I had to leave.
Now, last season, Coach B's first year at the program, came in, had to play some small ball because they lost a big man in the preseason, still had a terrific season. But what is it that you bring to that fan base? What I'd like you to do is tell that fan base that's watching right now, what are they getting and how do you fit that program when you arrive in Nashville?
You're getting a charismatic, funny, outgoing player, easy to talk to, doesn't matter who you are. And you're getting a dog, somebody that's going to work every single day, nonstop. And Vandy, we're going to get the natty.
All right, that is huge news for Vanderbilt. Ethan Mgbako, coming off a huge season in the EYBL, is off the board to the Commodores. Ethan, thank you so much for sharing this moment with us here at CBS Sports. We appreciate it. Now it's time to go celebrate with your friends, family, and those teammates.
Yes, it is. Anchor down.
All right, Ethan Mgbako off the board to Vanderbilt. And as we said, this is just huge news for Vanderbilt, the highest ranked recruit to commit to the program since Darius Garland and Simi Shitu back in 2018, the highest ranked player ever to commit to Coach Byington. Here's what they're going to get. Ethan Mgbako, 6'6", big wing, bordering on a jumbo initiator. As we said, the bread and butter of his offensive game has always been his mid-range game. He specializes in his ability to score over top of contesting defenders. But in recent years, we've seen the extension of his shooting range. We've seen him start to initiate and become that jumbo playmaker. He can now play multiple positions. He can take the ball off the defensive glass, where he's a terrific wing rebounder, start the break himself. He can play pick and roll, especially on the second side of the floor. And when you look at this Vanderbilt program, a program that had 9 different players average 18 minutes per game last year, and no one play more than 26 minutes per game, you've got a team that wants to play fast, that plays with depth, and then when they get stuck in the half court, they rely on their primary playmakers. Ethan Mgbako has a chance to evolve into one of those primary playmakers sooner rather than later. For much more on this commitment, you're going to want to head over to 247sports.com. We've got analysis as well as a commitment story up there right now from Deshaun London. You can also check out the promo code COMMIT65. You get 65% off your annual VIP memberships. And then you're going to want to stay locked on this channel today, because we have another nationally ranked prospect coming off the board in just a few hours. Until then, head on over to 247sports.com. Use the promo code COMMIT65.